Hey everybody, it's Blair, and it's been a long time since I've done one of these videos to kind of introduce a song or share a song, because as most of you know, I'm no longer a worship pastor. I laid that down in the fall of last year as my wife and family and I moved to Tampa, Florida. We're in sunny Florida to prepare to plant a church through ARC, the Association of Related Churches. Our church launches this September, and we're really excited about that. If you're watching this, keep tuned to social media and things. In about 3 weeks, we have a very big announcement about our church and what God's been doing down here. But in the meantime, in the process of planting a church, there tends to be a lot of attacks against you, and it can come in different forms. And for us, it can be things like, you know, the pressure to continue to meet people and hopefully get people connected to what we're doing here. You can get attacks from the financial side of things. We're church planners, and that's not a very lucrative way to go about things at times, and we're not in it for the money. That's not what we're called to do. But you know, that pressure to be, you know, the bills have got to get paid, and we've got to raise enough support to get this church off the ground. So those kind of things can come at you. And then I think a lot of times there's attacks on your family because you're doing God's work and you're coming to a territory just to share the love of Jesus with people and to advance the gospel, and the enemy wants no part of that. And so we felt some of those lately, especially in our home. Our girls have been kind of gripped by some different things, especially our third child, Zoe. She's had some fears that have kind of gripped her when we go outside or when a door closes and she's afraid somebody's going to leave her alone. And those kind of came to a head today, some of those fears in our home. And you know, it was just kind of very hard on us, very stressful. And in the midst of that, I only know one thing to do at times like that, and that's just to worship God. And so I picked up my guitar for probably the first time in a month. You know, not doing a worship leading job, I've kind of not played my guitar as much as I used to. And so I picked it up and I was just worshiping, singing songs. I think I was singing Cornerstone by Hillsong and just singing that out. In the midst of that, I just kind of closed my eyes and kept playing the guitar, and something was birthed out of that moment. And it was just kind of one of those divine moments with God. And I thought, you know what, maybe this will help somebody else, because I know everybody out there is probably facing some kind of attack at times. And you feel like, man, am I ever going to get out of this? And the thing that kind of came out of that moment was, I'm thinking, you know what? I can trust God no matter what. I can trust Him. And that's kind of what I just began to cry out in this song. And so I'm going to record it. And maybe it'll minister to somebody. If not, it'll minister to us. But I believe God will use it to kind of speak to your heart. And this was just kind of birthed in just kind of a moment where I just kind of wrote it on the spot. And so here we go. You are a firm foundation beneath me, and you are a rock that cannot be shaken. So I will build my life upon you, and let you redeem what the enemy's taken. 'Cause I can trust you, I can trust you, and I can trust you, I can trust you. Strength for all my weakness, you are the hope that drives out all my doubts, you are the comfort for my sadness. So I will praise you with my life, not just my mouth, no, no, 'cause I can trust you, I can trust you, and I can trust you, I can trust you, yes, and I can trust you. you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can trust you. I can trust you. 'Cause you are good. 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 I can trust you. You are good. You are good. You are good. Jesus, you are good. You are good. I can trust you. 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 'Cause you cannot be moved. You cannot be shaken. You cannot be moved. You cannot be shaken. So I can trust you. I can trust you. I can trust you. Oh yeah. I can trust you. You never leave me. You never forsake me, God, and I can trust you. You are a fortress around me. Nothing can harm me, God, I can trust you. I'm under the shelter of your wings. Nothing can harm me, God, I can trust you. Yeah, yeah. I can trust you. Hope that kind of ministered to somebody, and maybe those words will ring true for you tonight. Know that no matter what happens, no weapon formed against you can prosper, and you can trust God no matter what. You guys have a blessed night.